From here to there, from there to here, and then on to somewhere else. There's no 9 to 5 above the clouds. Let me tell you about myself. 36,000 feet high. The days go flying by. Welcome to my sky life. Happy flying.
Hello, coming to you from Oakland, California. This is another edition of my sky life, and I thought today it would be fun for me to perform a mock interview as if I were applying to be a flight attendant again, and I will be giving you my honest, candid answers to said interview. And then we can figure out if you guys think I should have been hired or if I should be hired again for this mock interview. Thought that would be fun, and then I'll let you know how everything goes in my layover. Yes, and what made you want to be a flight attendant? Well, honestly, my father actually works for an airline as a mechanic, so I grew up always flying and seeing the flight attendants, and that always wanted to make me become one. I looked up to their profession, and I really thought it would be something I'd be good at. Are you a good team player? Yes, I am. When did you deal with a customer that was unrealistic or made an unreasonable demand? When I was working at Fred Meyer, I would often have customers that would come to me and try to return something that we weren't able to accommodate. We have a return policy that lists the certain things we need, whether it be a receipt or if you've made the purchase on your rewards cards, we could look up the purchase. These are ways that we can return it, and a lot of times they would not have all the necessary items that they needed, and so then I would turn to the policy and say, well, unfortunately I won't be able to help you, even though you really want to return this item. And so there were quite a number of customers I had to deal with that way. But if they had all the items they needed, whether it be the receipt or the rewards card or some kind of proof of purchase, I was able to happily accommodate them. Tell me the last time that you lost patience at work. There have been times at work, especially in that pressure of working the customer service desk at Fred Meyer, like I mentioned, or even when I worked at the hotel front desk, there have been times that certain customers or coworkers, not unintentionally sometimes, would add stress where I would come close to lose my patience. However, since it is unprofessional to lose your patience at work, I would always keep my cool, try to stay as calm as possible even under pressure, and I would not actually lose my cool at work. And if I needed to after work, I could then vent my frustrations out with a friend, but without being unprofessional, of course. That's important to separate your at-work situations and make sure you stay calm, cool, collective, and professional in the work setting. And then when you get home, you're able to overcome the stress of work. Tell me about a conflict you had with a coworker, and how did you resolve that conflict? When I was working at the Subway sandwich shop, I had a disagreement with a manager, and I realized there was a lack of communication there. She got mad at me for doing something that I was doing, and I didn't understand exactly what she was getting upset at. So I was able to talk to her because we had this small conflict and ask her what specifically was bothering her about my job performance. And when I found out what it was, I could easily correct it, and it was just a simple miscommunication on how to cut the sandwich. So I was glad that I was able to learn the correct way to do it and overcome that conflict. If a passenger was being rude to another flight attendant, how would you deal with that situation? If a passenger is being completely rude to my coworker, I would step in a calm manner and especially try to separate the passenger from that flight attendant because they might not be able to deal with that person at that moment. So I would give them a little space. I would say, is there any way I can help resolve your concern? I would definitely try to nip that in the bud and try to de-escalate in that situation. Thank you.